Hi everyone, I'm the plant propagator and welcome to my channel. Today it's yet another beautiful day in Southwest Florida. It is now early February, yay, February 1st. And what I'd like to do is give you an update and share some of some results that I have and some of the events, the orchid events relating to my day today. It's been a long day. I've done a lot of things, visited with a few different people, but it's been great. And what I want to do first is show you, and I guess I've got 4 different things that I want to share with you today. The first thing, I want to share with you what my mounted Encyclia tampensis look like. So a few of the things that I've done relate to the Florida butterfly orchid, Encyclia tampensis. And I've got seedlings from tampensis at a bunch of different stages. This is some of the most, I don't know if you would call this a seedling anymore. I grew it from seed, but I don't really think it's a seedling anymore. And I shared with you, I guess maybe a couple of months ago, of mounting some of my Encyclia tampensis on wood. So this is a cedar board right here, and then this is bamboo. And what's happened over the past couple of months is there's just been incredible root growth on these guys. These guys, they're a little big, and I mounted them there because at the time I couldn't get access to the state park where these are destined to be. So I thought, okay, I'll mount them on these boards. They'll root, they'll attach themselves to the boards, and then I can hang the whole board in the state park. And I can still do that, but what I wanted to share with you are just some results. So in this plant, I have a close-up of it. You can see really incredible root growth of this Encyclia sticking to this board, and so I'm pretty excited about that. And even with this bamboo, I had some of you say I didn't think orchids stick on bamboo, and well, they might not stick to the outside, to the curved, smooth outside, but I've got these orchids mounted on the inside of this bamboo. And again, what I can show you is a close-up of this orchid here, this bottom one, where it's just really nice roots attaching to this board. So this is going well. I'm pretty excited about this, and so I'm happy that there's kind of an alternative. There's a temporary home for these orchids on these boards before they go to their final home in the park. I've mounted a lot of these on other types of woods and other mounts, and they're doing well in all cases. What I want to try to do is mount some of my seedlings directly on boards like this, or small pieces of wood when I'm deflasking. And I don't know if this is possible. I'm going to try this. Hey, it's an experiment, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, the second thing I want to talk with you about are something that I just can't help myself when I do these things. So I've showed you this previously. So this is a Cornelia calipana, and this had 3 beautiful blooms on it a couple of days ago, and as you can see, only one of the blooms right there in the middle is still beautiful. The other 2 blooms right there and right there are collapsed, and the reason that they're like this is because I couldn't help myself and I crossed some orchids onto this. So I have Pollinia that I've had in my Pollinia storage container, and I crossed onto this, and I'm really excited about this. It's unfortunate that when you do this, the flowers just collapse so quickly. 2 days ago, I made this cross, and it's good because it indicates a successful cross, but it's bad because 2 of the 3 flowers are gone, and even the fragrance on this, it's evening, so the fragrance on this, the one remaining bloom, is waning, and I'm not gonna cross on this. So there'll be at least 1 flower on this plant. The other thing that I wanted to share with you is another orchid over here, if I can get it. So this is Mai Kai, and I did the same thing with Mai Kai. So a few months ago, I shared with you the Mai Kai challenge, where I challenged my breeding group because Mai Kai makes so many flowers to cross something onto this and improve it. And I'm part of the challenge as well. So what I did, again, 2 days ago, is these were freshly opened Mai Kai flowers, and there's still one left that hasn't opened yet, but I crossed 1, 2, 3, 3 tags, and I crossed onto this, and the flowers, poof, they wilted immediately. Again, 2 days ago. On this same plant, I have a capsule right here and a capsule right here from other crosses. So I'm really excited. I've talked with other people in my group, and I think we're going to have maybe 50 to more capsules showing of various Mai Kai crosses. So in a few years, if you see an explosion of Mai Kai progeny in the market, it's because of this project. But we're having fun, and I'm happy with these results. And again, it's sad that these flowers really are fading so quickly, but that's just how it goes. Okay, so I wanted to share that with you. All right, sorry. So a couple more things. So because of, all right, so let me show you, I want to show you some seedlings. And so the title of this video is My Nursery is Exploding. And I've got a lot of flasked orchids in the laboratory that I'm deflasking, and they have to go somewhere. And right now, so I share some with people. I share a lot with people, but I have a lot that are my own crosses, and I give those away to people, and I share those, and I do various things with those people. But I also have them in my nursery, which is home, and you can't tell, but I don't have a lot of space. So right here, this shelf right here is filled with my seedlings, and they're doing well. I mean, these seedlings are doing okay, and I have a lot of them, and they're doing, you know, they're all doing pretty well. But the problem is, I could just keep on pulling them. They look great, they really do. But I'm running out of space, and as these plants get bigger, so I potted, you know, I'm starting to pot some of them up into bigger pots. I'm not sure if they need it, but I mean, the root system on this plant was just growing out of its pot and into the neighboring pots on either side. So even though the plant's not that big, it had a root system that was expanding. And the problem is, I can't do this with all these plants. So I need to kind of settle down a little bit. But here's a flat that I have of, and these are various seedlings right here. I'm looking at the bottom as I hold it up to show it to you, and there's roots coming out of the bottom. Here is another flat, and these are all Encyclia tampensis. And again, the same thing. I'm looking at the bottom. There's roots coming out. And finally over here, there's another flat, and these are some of my new hybrids over here and some more Encyclias. And it's even got to the point, so I have these trays of seedlings. My shelf space is gone. I've got trays of seedlings spread wherever I can put them. I have some that I'm mounting, some of my nicer ones, and there's some really nice ones in here. But I'm putting them in here. Here I can only, this is 4x4 grid. I can only put 16 of them in here. And it's nice because I have this and I just hang them on my pergola, on my fence, wherever I can find space. But I'm out of space. I really am out of space. So things are getting a little tight with and these are only some of them. I got some down there. I got some over there. You know, 3 more shelves over there. So I've got a lot of orchid seedlings, and I'm having fun. It's great. I am sharing them with my local orchid society, and I'm doing other things with them. as well. But these are unique. Some of these are unique hybrids. Some of them are the natives. There's a whole variety of different seedlings that I have, but and they're doing great. I just don't know what to do with them all. So, but I wanted to share that with you because I'm really so happy that they're doing well and that I can grow these things. And it's going to take a few years to flower, and I just don't have the space. Anyway, so what I did is I went up to one of the closest growers to me, which is Sundance Orchids in Fort Myers. And I went up and I talked with, I spent a great day, or a few hours with Jackie, who is the owner of Sundance Orchids. And I brought some of these seedlings up. I brought some flasks up, and I said, do you want any of these things? What do you want to do? And she took some flasks. She's going to try to sell some flasks, just a small amount, and see how it goes. But then I asked her if she wanted seedlings, and it's like, she wanted things that were a little larger than what I have. She did take a couple of my mounted tampensis, but she wanted just to kind of see how it goes and see what was going on. The problem is they had a lot of damage from Hurricane Ian, so it destroyed their greenhouses, and they just don't have the storage space for all these things. They don't have space to grow these things, which is what I'm looking for, is space to grow these things so they get to the flowering point. And it just wasn't, the timing was just not good on this. But I had a great, she's great. She really is great. I threatened to, I didn't threaten, I asked if she would potentially like to be on my YouTube channel, The Plant Propagator, and she politely declined, and I don't know why, because she's so energetic. She's so much fun, and I had such a great time with her. Anyway, next time I go up there, though, I am gonna do a video on their facilities and some of the plants they have, because it's a good collection. They had a lot of flowering Cattleyas dens, phals, and things like that. Anyway, so I went up there to visit. She took a few things, and we'll see how it goes. But I'm just trying to build relationships with some of these people and see what they're interested in having. And the real advantage of interaction with the people there for me is it's less than half a mile from me right here, whereas the other growers are just really a long way away. So I was just getting started. Anyway, what I did, because I was there, is I did make a little bit of a haul, a little bit of a purchase, and I got a few plants, and this is their tag, and I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see that, but this is, again, Sundance Orchids it's actually Orchids and Bromeliads. So they've got a lot, and they're in Fort Myers, and it's it's a nice facility, and they're still rebuilding from Ian. But I just had a couple of orchids that I want to share with you. So this is RLC Siam City #1, and I'll show you the tag right here. They had pictures of these plants, of the flowers of these plants, if you can imagine. I just went, and I didn't want flowering plants. I wanted ones that had had nice root systems, and you look in the pot right here, and again, I go for the roots. I'm sorry, that's how it goes. But this is a really pretty flower. It has the petals are different color from the lip, and I think the lip was kind of a magenta color, whereas the petals were kind of an orange color. So real pretty flower. It says medium to large size, and I want to see how this looks. So I was pretty excited with this. And then I don't know whether I told you I did tell you the name of that one. And then the other orchid that I picked up is right here, and this is LC Fire Island Fiery, and the description here is 4-inch striking dark orange with a red lip. And this is a smaller Cattleya that there was one flowering, and it caught my eye. And there was one flower on one plant, and it was really fragrant. middle of the day, so I thought, okay, this is going to be a good fragrant flower. The flower's a little small for my taste, but what I'm going to do is cross this with some of my big cattleyas. I got to get this thing growing a little bit, but as you can, and I also look for vigor in these plants, and you know, when the roots are growing, you know, out of the pot, out of the side of the pot like that, and when there's so many roots growing on the top like this, you know this is a nice orchid, and you know these people know how to grow orchids. So this is, and I'm sorry I only got two, this is a little tiny haul from Sundance Orchid and Bromeliads in Fort Myers, Florida. Okay, so that's all I have for today. I just wanted to give you an update of various things and show you my recent acquisitions. These are two small plants. I should be able to put them in my collection, but I'm really careful about buying, purchasing and taking home a large number of orchids just because my nursery is exploding and it's moving into my other space. Okay, that's all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed my video. If you did enjoy it, you want to keep on seeing my videos, it would help me out. If you can click on like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you're not already a subscriber. Okay, that's all I have for today. Again, I hope you enjoyed it, and happy propagating.